Hello again, third grade, and welcome to lesson 3-3. We're going to be continuing with what we did in our last lesson, except for this time, we're going to be using properties to help us figure out the product when we are working with the factors 6 and 7. So when 6 is one of the numbers you're multiplying by, or when 7 is one of the numbers you're multiplying by, how we can use those properties that we learned, our identity property, that's our one property, how we can use our distributive property, and so on.
How can you break apart arrays to multiply? Think about this question during the lesson. You used the 2's facts you already knew to help you multiply the 3's and 4's facts. Give an example. An example might be 4 times 7 is 2 times 7 plus 2 times 7, which is equal to 14 plus 14, which equals 28. The musicians in the band march in 6 equal rows. There are 8 musicians in each row. How many musicians are in the band? What operation should you choose to find the total number in this array?
Select your answer.
Use multiplication to find the total number in an array. What fact do you need to find in the problem? You need to find 6 times 8. Which facts that you already know can help with facts for 6 and for 8? If you know the 2's and 5's facts, you can figure out most other facts. Use 5 facts and the 1's facts to help multiply with 6. Which 5's fact can help you find 6 times 8? 5 times 8 can help you find 6 times 8. You can also use 1 times 8 to help you find 6 times 8. Why are we using the 1's fact 1 times 8 as well? You are using 5 groups of 8, so you need one more group of 8 to match 6 times 8. Make an array for each multiplication sentence. How many counters are in each array?
All right, so take a minute to think about your 5's facts. So skip count by 8 5 times. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 5 times 8 is 40. And we know one group of 8 is just 8. So let's see what we're going to do next in order to find our total answer.
The partial products are 40 and 8. What is the total number of counters for the array? This shows that there are 48 counters in this array. 6 times 8 is 6 rows of 8. That is 5 8s plus 1 more 8. 5 8s is 40. 8 more is 48. So, 6 times 8 equals 48. The band has 48 musicians. Now you know how to break apart arrays and use other factors to find the product of an array.
All right, now for this question, it says use 5's facts and 1's facts to find 6 times 9 and draw 2 arrays. So what we would do here is we would break apart our 6 into 5 and then 1 more. So it would be 5 times 9 plus 1 times 9. And you would use counters or circles to draw that out. We know that 5 times 9 is 45, plus 1 more group of 9 is 9. So 6 times 9 is going to give us 54. Now, before we dive into our guided practice, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the notes that we took along the way while we were listening to our lesson. Now, we know that we can use a distributive property to break apart arrays when we're using 6 and 7 as factors. So I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can break apart these different arrays. So you're not limited to just one way of doing it. You can do it more than one way. So if I have a 6 times 5 array, like you see over here, my 6 times 5 array, I split it right there. So I took my 6 and I broke it into 4 and 2 more. So my 6 rows, I broke it into a group of 4 and then a group of 2. So 6 times 5 came 4 times 5 plus 2 times 5. So the 4 groups of 5 up here, and then the 2 groups of 5 down there. 4 times 5 gave me 20, 2 times 5 gave me 10. When I added those 2 partial products, I got a sum of 30. So I know that 6 times 5 is equal to 30. Now, if I'm not sure, I can split my array a different way. So I can use my 5's facts and I can use my 1 fact. So I broke apart that 6 into 5 and 1 more. So my 6 times 5 array became 5 times 5 plus 1 times 5. I know 5 times 5 is equal to 25, and 1 times 5 is equal to 5. So 25 plus 5 more also gave me 30. So it doesn't matter which way I split my array. I can split it up here. I can split it 2 down. I can split it right in the middle. So it's 3 and 3. No matter which way I split it, since I'm not adding anything extra or taking anything away, my product is going to be the same. Now the same rule applies when you're working with 7s. So over here, I gave you a 7 times 3 array and I wrote it twice. I just split them in different places. So for this one, my 7 rows, I split them into 5 rows and 2 more rows. So 7 times 3 gave me 5 times 3. So here's my 5, and then 2 more times 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6. I add those 2 partial products together. 15 plus 6 gave me 21. Now I could have also split this array into, instead of doing 7 as 5 plus 2 more, I could do 7 as 4 plus 3 more. So I have my 4 groups up here and then my 3 groups down here. So 4 groups of 3, that's my 4 times 3, plus 3 groups of 3 is my 3 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 3 is 9, 12 plus 9 also gave me 21. So you can see that my answer stayed the same, even though I did it in a little bit of a different way. Now, for number 1 in your guided practice, it says the students who are graduating are standing in 7 equal rows, and there are 9 students in each row. How many students are graduating? Use your 5 and your 2 facts to help you find the answer. So I drew my 7 times 9 array, right? There's 7 rows here with 9 in each row. Now it told me to use my 5 facts and my 2 facts. So I split my 7 into 5 and 2 more, right? 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So here's my 5 groups with 9 in it and my 2 groups with 9 in it. 5 and 2 is going to give me my 7 groups with 9 in it. So 5 times 9 I did is equal to 45. 2 times 9 is equal to 18. When I added those 2 partial products together, it told me what 7 times 9 is going to equal, and that's going to equal 63. So I took my array, I cut it, and I counted a part that I know, then I counted another part that I know, and then I put those 2 parts together to find my answer. Now for number 2, it said that Chrissy baked 3 cherry pies and she cut each pie into 6 equal pieces. How many pieces of pie does she have in all? So if she had 3 pies and each one had 6 pieces in it, I can draw 3 groups of 6 to show the 6 slices of pie in each one. I can split it using my distributive property. So my 3, I can split it into 2 and then 1 more. So 2 groups of 6 plus another group of 6. I know 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 6 is 6. 12 plus 6 is going to give me 18. So she has 18 slices of pie in all 3 pies. Now for 3 through number 8, we're going to review some of our basic multiplication facts that we learned. We know anytime we multiply a number times 10, we just add a 0 to the end of that number. So 6 times 10 is going to give us 60. We just add a 0 onto the tail end of that number. 7 times 6, if you're not sure, you can split it into 3 times 6 and 4 times 6. So we know 3 times 6 is 18. 4 times 6 is 24. So 7 times 6 is going to be the sum of those two numbers. So 6 times 7, or sorry, 7 times 6 is going to give you 42. For number 5, we have 7 times 7. So 7 groups with 7 in each group. We know from our sevens facts that 7 times 7 is equal to 49. Now you can split it into 5 and 2 if you want to, right? 5 plus 2. So 5 times 7 is 35. Plus 2 times 7 is equal to 14. 5 and 4 is 9. 3 and 1 is 4. You can get your partial products that way. 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is going to be the same thing as 2 times 7 plus another 2 times 7. So 14 plus 14, which is going to give you 28. 6 times 5, we know that 5 times 5 is 25 plus another group of 5 is equal to 30. So 6 times 5 is equal to 30. Make sure when you are answering your question that you're showing your work, you're writing out your equations, you're drawing the array whenever you need to, and make sure that your work is extra neat. Please make sure to do all the rest of the questions neatly and carefully. And if you have any questions, third grade, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.